Let me say this from the jump. Look, shorty, I'm the man. I'm from Harlem, I'm a problem. I don't think you understand. You don't care about my status, this chain in or its carriage. You just care about how I hate it from the back like raspy rabbits. It's okay, don't stop. We could do it how you want. Treat your boss like Dunkin' Donuts. Know what donuts need a dunk. Okay, you cool. This magic trick ain't done. As I slurple on your knuckles, girl, this ride has just begun with my
shade sound tough and I'm soaking. Good enough to get hot, I'm hoping. I know I might cool out cause I'm smoking so.
Hey there, it's your girl, Meta Mars, and of course I'm coming back to you guys with another Meta Moment because it's been a minute, and of course I've been skipping some days and stuff like that because this topic has been really hard trying to like get into perfect wording because I am queen of impulse reaction response, but I don't want to be that, especially on this specific topic that I'm talking about. Because it's like, if I want to be truthful, then I can't be impulsive. I have to do my research. I gotta get my, my facts straight, and I can't just be shooting off with a gun. And of course, I can do that sometimes, but in this situation, I want to be more than just transparent. I want it to be real. I want to be understanding on both parts of the situation, and I want to talk about why I have been on this hiatus and not necessarily been consistent and not necessarily, venturing out, giving out more open world concepts besides the, the Vaseline stuff. Because trust me, there's still options. There are definitely still options. It has absolutely nothing to do with the Vaseline, because the Vaseline, that's another story, and I don't want to get into that. That's just one factor, right? But let me show you about my Gamecocks hat that my uncle just gave me off his little vacation. I think he's in he was in the Carolinas this, weekend, and he just come back and gave me a Gamecock. Is their team that they, grew for out there. So shout out to the Gamecocks merch, I think he meant it to be funny, but me, everything's a little too funny. Specifically when it comes to his wordplay. So yeah, shout out to my uncle Frank. Came with my Gamecock hat. I got a t-shirt too, but I'm waiting till when I'm sleeping in the house. I can't see my Gamecocks outside now. No, you're not getting out. You're gonna always see me later on. But anyway, shout out to Uncle for the fit, because he knows I'm a hat girl, so he can correct. Anyway, so like I said, if I may be really open and honest, I have been going through this self-evolutional phase, like a butterfly, where, you start out as a caterpillar, and then, you gather some tools and ideas and things that you need to be able to cocoon yourself. And honestly, in my personal opinion, I'm in my cocoon phase. And I guess that's where a lot of people's like, yo, we haven't seen you, what you been up to? Like, you just disappeared. Like, are you still alive? Like, you ain't like, no, ain't no nothing. You just said, poof, but gone. And of course, on top of magic season, like, I just felt like it's time to take the tools that I have and I'm given, and some of the information as well, and just go off and just start my metamorphosis. And that starts with the cocooning and my solitude and my isolation, as well as a few other things that has been going on with my self-evolution, process. I have to take self-inventory, which I think a lot of people don't do when it comes to their self-growth process, and they just like, fuck this. You just gotta just be fabulous one day and just wake up and it's over. And I'm like, look, if you could do that, more power to you, because you got it together. Like, you got that shit. Like, me over here, there's some things that I have to correlate, get together, and like understand wholeheartedly, and not just from one side of the spectrum. Like, I gotta get all the facts. Like, all my facts. And of course, so that requires me doing some work, getting some understanding of whatever. And I feel like a part of my manifesto, or manifesting, is deciding that, am I a people person, or I just like the idea of people? Because as much as I enjoy my life in the last couple of years, you know, being out there in the world, enjoying new faces and new personalities and new everything, and it's like, it's just fun and free. I was a little fucking hippie. Like, I enjoyed it a little too much. Like, a little too much. Because now, your girl is drained. Like, I was drained. I was so, like, sucked the life out of me, drained. Like, I was like, oh my God. And I would try anything and everything to try to, like, revamp, to recharge, just so I could get back to the people. And I realized, like, shit, it worked the first couple of 10, 20 times. But as the years have gone on, and I'm like, that's just a lot of work to, like, try to recover from being drained and then be whipping snapping and be like, keep everybody happy. Like, it seemed like a good idea at the time frame, but as I continue to develop myself and develop my, you know, knowledge of myself, I feel like, do I really want to do that? Is this what we gonna be doing for the next 20 something years? Like, not even next 20 years, this is what we want to be doing for the next 5 years. Shit, do you even do this next year? Like, what? And that's the vibe that I've been giving myself, because I'm like, let me evaluate what is truly bothering me, and is it what I'm thinking that is bothering me, or am I making some shit up in my head? Like, you know, because we need to do this every once in a while as people. We need to take self-inventory of what do we actually find appeasing in our lives, especially if we want to continue to make and create healthy decisions for ourselves and continue a positive, for lack of a better word, prosperous existence, you know, where you're not feeling like, damn, why am I here? Lord, take me down. Like, you don't even want to do that to yourself. So, and every once in a while, you have to do this self-check. You know, go into the mental archives, see if anything that's adding up correctly. See if it's some shit you definitely need to let go, because, baby, I've been doing it, and I've been taking notes, and strangely enough, it's a lot of shit I had to throw out. It was a lot. Like, it was a lot of baggage. It was like, ooh, child. Like, this is from 2007 shit. You should put this shit is dry up. It got to go. Like, you don't even do none of that. You just be like, baby. And no, I'm not sponsored by this. So anyway, moving on. And I'm like, I have to just be better. Like, I was wondering, like, what sparked it was because I've been seeing a lot of people's interactions and engagements that I have people, and I'm just like, yo. And it's not even necessarily their fault, because I had to realize, like, I was making people really fucking comfortable with being disrespectful to me. Let me get to the meat of the potatoes. And I never saw myself being the type of person to not laugh it off. I felt like if you didn't have the skill set to laugh off a person coming at you crazy and really make them realize that you bugging without actually going there with them, like, you ain't got it together. But then I had to realize, like, it takes just as much strength as it takes for you to sit there and go back and forth with a person. That definitely can, over time, especially if somebody you care about, somebody that you don't expect them to get like that with you, and you ain't never, and for lack of a better word, you ain't never come for them like that. You ain't never, ever be like, bro, you ain't never. And then they be like, so why you acting like, and you be like, look. And then those are ones you at least had some form of understanding that, all right, I might have overstepped the boundary because now she had acted different. Mine that gives me the headache is the ones that don't even catch the message. They try to laugh. They try to make you react in the way that they're acting a joke, or they try to completely devalue the whole fact that they are not doing what they need to be doing when it comes to human engagement. But that's just one thing. And then it's another aspect of love life essence as well. Like, whereas I'm looking at people's engagement with their spouses or lack thereof spouses, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck is going on here? Like, and I was real quick because, you know me, I'm all for the women, I'm all for the ladies, yo. I claps for my girls, like, yo, I send the flowers in. Like, I do not throw no shade, no jealousy, no bitterness, no pick me, baby. It's always been me. I don't do that because at the end of the day, you could be in their shoes just as quickly as your ass to sit there and try to shit on somebody. Because trust me, I don't see it happen. One too many times that it's like, all right, you want to recant that message? And sorry if I'm screaming because I'm very passionate about this. And I was passionate the first time I recorded it, but it was definitely biased. And like I said, every couple of years, we as people need to do self-inventory because a man, like I mentioned this before, a friend of mine's, I mentioned it to me and it stuck with me and it comes up every once in a while and like, my self-inventory, quotum. And it's like, the person you are this year will not be the person you are in the next 3 years, will not be the next person you are in the next 5 years, will not be the next person you are in the next 7, will not be the next person when you in 10. Like if you're not evolving, what are you doing? Like, and me personally, I realized that I evolved with accolades, I evolved with material things, I evolved with just certain things that were not fundamentally, what's the word for it? That as buffers to what I was emotionally and socially going through, where I did not feel value in my relationships and engagement with people. I felt like people took me as a fucking joke. I feel like I was just the jester to continue to entertain motherfuckers when they got bored, and not because they genuinely wanted me there. I was just the default, and I allowed that for so fucking long that when I started to get in a situation where I could no longer play that role, and it was completely out of my it was completely out of my hands. But because, like I said, I had to evolve, and unfortunately, with me evolving, I can't play these games with you no more. And I realized that I'm watching a lot of people go through this evolution process. Some are, put on their feet, and some motherfuckers are falling on their face. And I'm just like, damn, bitch. Are you gonna be one of them? Because I don't feel so many times on my face. I can't continue that path no longer. Nigga, there's too many boulders. There's too many rocks. I'm slipping, bitch. Like, I gotta go somewhere else. Like, what are we doing? Right? What are we doing? And I'm deciding better for myself. Like, I'm getting back to the meds, the medicine, because I can no longer play these games. I can no longer be like, I am not a part of the reason why bad shit is happening to me, because not only am I engaging with people that I already know their pathology, I know their mentality, I know the way they move, and yet I'm literally sitting there like, oh, I'm continuing the madness where it's going to be different next time when I'm doing the same thing. Like, how'd that work? Who that works for, in fact? Did it work for you? Did it work for him over there? like, I don't even know. But I had to understand and start to engage better than I ever did before, because it's not helpful at this part of my life where I want to be better. I don't want to keep making the same fucking childish things over and over again. I don't. In fact, as a part of my self-inventory, I realized that I had issues with compromise, but not in the way that I traditionally suspected it was. I had issue with over-compromising. Whereas most people I know, it's their way or the fucking highway, and there ain't no in between, because I don't know how to handle nobody telling me no. I don't know how to handle nobody me not getting my way. I don't like that shit. And that's literally their whole vibe about everything. And I realized that, yeah, they kind of get what they want at that moment, but for long term, it's non-existent. Like, it's just, it goes up, and then it goes down, and then you're like, what the fuck happened? How that plane crash, girl? And then like, you be like, and then the stories start coming out, and they become, well, you coulda, but then I realized me having that lack of boundaries of what I could have told you to do is the reason why I have so many people willing to engage with me, because I didn't recognize that so many people want that yes man so fucking bad, and that I was being that yes man. I was being that buffer. Like, yes, you could always ask what you want, no matter if it's toxic to me, and I honestly don't really want to do it, but I'm a good person, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Like, and then I realized why. I'm like, damn, I gotta let you go for a while. It's because it's only but so many yes before I'm like telling myself, hell no. Hell no. And I'm like, it's so many hell no's to myself now that I'm feeling that's where the drainage is coming from. And that's not okay. Especially if I only have us all, because I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be out here living multiple lives, but the vast majority of people I know, they only got one life. One life, right? And maybe, do you want to spend the majority of that life feeling like, damn, I should have told that motherfucker go fuck off. Find somebody else. I can't be the one. Because, what you said? I can't hear you. Goodbye. And I realized that with my relationships, with my work engagements and certain jobs that I took, with my social interactions, that I gave up, I did not compromise enough. Excuse me, I said that wrong. I over-compromised. I definitely said that wrong. I've been over-compromising. And that's what's feeling my need to just be like, well, I thought we were cool and she disappeared. It's because I'm fucking recharging. You bitches are draining. You niggas is too much. Like, I'm fucking suffocating with the yes out of me. I can't make you happy, bitch. I'm trying to be alive with just enough happiness for me. Sorry. By the way, this is the only lipstick that I've managed to put on that looks fucking decent. Shout out to whoever brought me the shade. I just outlined it with black lip liner, which I see another YouTube online do. And I'm like, ooh, that looks cute on me. Because I can't wear lipstick for the gift me. The gift. None of them look right. But today, I guess wine. Deep crimson red. And anyway, moving on from that, I realized that you have to find a balance with anything and everything. It has to be in perfect cohesion for both sides. If you don't do that, you're likely to end up drained. You're likely to end up not being functional in the relationship you need to be in. You're likely to end up doing things that you later on regretting because you just was like, look, it's like being brainwashed almost to believing that everybody else's needs surpasses yours. But you don't even person living in your body, so how the hell that work? How that work? How that work? How that work? It don't. It can, but it's a limited time offering. Like, it's not going past that. And I'm on this journey where I feel better in my seclusion, in my isolation. I feel better with the no's. Like, I used to really get like really bad, like hypertension and shit like that, just saying no. Like, I used to be just like, oh my God, like I'm overthinking the millions of possibilities of what that no can encompass or how it can affect me because I just don't want to do it. Like, and I'm just like, shit, it's okay to change my mind. It's okay. Damn, sir, get it together. Go to the garage. Nah, I'm joking. It's New York City. Them motherfucking drives with the cars. No, they can only go 25 miles an hour. Like, why are you trying to do 60 and you can only go 25, bro? This is New York City, bro. That's what it is. It is. Anyway. And I stopped and I realized those are the things that have me drained the fastest. It takes the longest recovery because I just was like, look, what about me? I even had issues saying simple shit like that, but what about me? What that got to do for me? Me? What about me? And I always had such bad eternal battles because I was kind of raised in a culture that shunned me to think about me, that shunned us to not consider that we are individuals before we are people, that we don't all have to behave the way, that we don't all have to conduct ourselves the way, that we don't all have to have the same boring journey. Like, I swear to God, if I see none of these motherfuckers on here trying to tell me that it's okay to recharge, that I need to now be better for the collective. Like, we are not a mob. We is no longer we. At this moment, when I need to heal, it's a freaking I. Because when I need to heal, it's I need to heal. I need help. I. There's nothing wrong with the I. I'm sorry to tell you this. Like, there's nothing wrong with the I. And if that's not good enough for some people, and that's okay too. But make your choices accordingly and do not make them think that you're any less of a person, that you're any less of a being, because you need that for yourself. And this is a meta moment, and of course, I'm sorry, it took forever to get that out because I was definitely holding that in for so long. I was like, I'm tired of it. Like, no, there's no we. It's just me. Sorry, it's just me. I'm right. It's me right now. Me. And I'm that's a better moment. You guys take care. Love ya.